It's his new present.
He hasn't told,
Hey, we'll have to
he
talk to
hasn't
him
told
about
you
the
where you're
Bahamas.
staying.
Back on Wednesday.
Bobby,
Yeah,
well,
we
he
can do
wouldn't
a
know,
report.
it's all new.
This is the new place.
3 days.
Tell him who
We
you
did
are.
a free
you take
day
him? Me?
at the Grand
Yeah, you.
Bahamas.
He wants you to introduce yourself.
Say
that sounds
cheese.
No, he's talking, it's a video.
I like
So
it
you
when
tell
you
him
get to
who
some
you
of the
are. and
smaller
his-
islands.
That is a
What
video.
was it, a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was.
Imagine
I
that.
went to
There you are, Ray.
Tell him who
Nice
you
to
are.
see you.
Say I'm
being
Victor
dropped
Kahn.
onto a desert island or something. Went to
Can't think of anything to say about
what
it.
is
stage
it?
struck.
Tell him
All right,
your,
enough.
The big one.
tell him your name.
That's all
Yeah,
No,
right.
Victor.
Paradise Island.
And here's
And it was just a
Steve
nice
and,
hotel. There was another hotel
Carol.
that they handled, but we were walking at.
It's amazing.
That's small.
I know it.
I'm used to the camcorders.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like? Digital or something?
It is digital.
All right, so what are we doing here?
He's
We're
taking our
speaking.
picture. He's taking our picture.
Funny.
Looks like you were taking a still.
Oh, okay.
He is, he's taking a
Right
still.
in here.
No?
Andre, I
Take-
guess
Oh,
you
I
have to
thought
watch
you
your
were taking
steps.
She has been promoted to a and she's only been crazy.
Oh, so there was a.
Now, what did you get, Amy? What are you,
Like $300 for 3 days.
does that mean like head nurse?
Well, that means I'm just running around making sure everybody's okay, if I can help them or advise them. So I don't actually take a team of patients, I just run around and help
The
everybody.
link is connected with somebody else.
Oh,
And they had
How'd it
Yeah.
come out?
Yeah, I have some
a
lights.
one, so it was the 2 of us 3 days,
Have a good time so far?
Introduce yourself to him.
$100.
We'll get the dog.
Two of them with airfare and with
How big is the
staying
picture?
at-
Andre likes to be photographed.
Where are you staying?
I forgot which one it was.
Oh, Amy, who are you?
Can you look it up?
You have it written
I'm
down.
Amy
But
Khan.
I got- but I-
Remember, we're gonna be showing these to people in Israel, so they won't know, like
Oh, okay.
Maya and Adi and Mayor and Jennifer.
I've seen so many pictures of your beautiful family,
Can you eat everything or
and
you?
hopefully someday Bob and I will get there.
That's
Meet
why
in
it's
person,
too-
or you'll get here.
Amy's in his usual position.
Yes, the patio area. Across from the back 9 golf. And Chef Bobby.
What do you got there?
You can pull and drag anything. You can print to Visioneer, and drag it and put it in different little,
We took the whole family, there were 16 of
different
us.
folders. It's really good.
Okay.
No, we met through friends, a party. One of my girlfriends knew somebody that, what was his name? I don't know. On our first date, how we met.
We said a patty. We said a patty. We went into a patty.
At a patty?
At a party.
Patty?
Patty.
It's a strip patty.
Peppermint patty?
And who liked who first?
Oh, she really is into this.
Yeah, who liked who
No,
first?
she's getting a family history from the movie.
Yeah.
She's gonna interview everybody.
Stop
I
moving.
have a question for you. Is Buster still around?
You know,
Lloyd, that is.
my cousin that died, was closer related to him than I was. And, his, aunt died, his grandfather died, they used to live in Palm Air. And they both died. And I don't know if there's anybody down, but Barry, Debbie's husband, is, friendly with, the Handelmans. Barry was born in Florida. And he went to school in Miami. And he knew, Celia Winnick's niece, the Nashes.
Yeah, Mrs.
They had-
Winnick was a national.
Right.
I don't know these people.
They had a place
Who worked
in
with the-
Stoughton. They had a
Must have been a
factory.
raincoat factory.
Raincoat factory.
Oh,
And they.
You know how old I was then? 7, 8, 9?
Yeah, up to teenage, because we had a family association. And we used to have meetings and we used to go on trips. And half of our family lived in New York and half lived in Boston, so they'd alternate. So you kept up with family that way.
What was a family? I mean, I really don't know. I've seen the books, but what was a
Fletcher
family?
family.
But what was that? Was that from the mother's side? So is that from our
My
grandmother's?
mother's side. My mother's maiden name was Chabon, but her mother's maiden name was Flashman.
Oh.
And so I know Philip Roth was one of them, right?
Philip Roth was, yeah, one of the family.
Those were the days when every family had a club, cousins club.
Right.
that's right.
Oh, we had it much later than that.
He had a wonderful family.
We had a cousins club,
We
the
had a-
Greens
with
had a
the
cousins
Greens.
club.
What do you do in a cousins club? I mean, I really don't
You
know.
get
All the
together.
family, you have family get-togethers.
Once a month
Yeah.
or something, and you plan picnics, you plan.
Starts off hunting.
Holidays,
Yeah, okay.
we used to have a Hanukkah party.
Ah.
We
Yeah,
used to make
wonderful.
pancakes until you could breath.
No, we had the
You had
latkes.
breakfast?
Latkes,
Mashed
sure.
potato pancakes.
Aunt used to make the latkes.
Oh, you
My
did
kids,
Hanukkah
do
parties.
you know my kids still talk about those
Hanukkah
family reunions?
Well, what happened to them?
You know,
Well, people don't live close to each other anymore.
that's right.
We used to
Yeah.
live in the same area, the whole
Well,
family.
was there a big family? Because I've never met anyone except
I-
for like my aunts and uncles. Was there a big family up in Boston?
Oh, yes, when you read the book,
Yeah, a lot.
and there were quite a few. In fact, when we went to Jean's funeral the other day,
Jean
Uh,
died?
Julie and Sam, Jean died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I thought you didn't.
No.
They didn't know that Sasha died until right now.
Yeah, I didn't know that Sasha died.
Does Jean, what happened? Sick, had she?
She only had been sick for a couple of months. They found out she had ovarian cancer, and they started her on chemo.
Can you imagine at 88 years
At
old, they were
88.
giving her chemotherapy?
And,
Doesn't make sense, does it?
her blood, her
Depends on how
platelets
healthy. If
were
they're healthy, why
depleted.
not?
So they stopped
You know?
it. And she told Alan that she had lived a good life and she didn't want to suffer.
He had a good life.
And a week later, she died. And she wasn't that sick.
Bobby's mother is not.
Got married.
You know when they stopped having them? When the generation that started them passed
Passed
away.
away.
Because now that you mentioned it, I'm just thinking, when I was new into the family, he brought me into the family, and I went to the first family cousins meeting, you know, I met about 40 people. And they were very nice, and we would have a meeting, what, once a month? Once a month, we'd get together. And you get to know the cousins. And I was a young married, maybe with one child then. And of course, everybody was old to me then. But one by one, they died. And as they died, and we all moved to different places, you know, it stopped. There was no one to carry it on. And every once in a while, the cousins, like your cousin in Quincy,
Yours did?
Sumner and Sarah used to say to me, you know,
Today
Pearl,
is-
it's a
it's
shame, we
not
don't have
going
family
again.
meetings anymore.
Okay, so you
I
need to
noticed
get,
that today.
This was mostly after the war.
yeah, we gotta get right on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
sounds like we need to do.
We used to go to New York
Okay.
and have a family get together there. And
He wants to smell the dog.
he's talking to Andre.
Andre,
Andre,
isn't that gonna hurt you?
Okay, but tell us this, because Ray and I don't know anything. What did your dad do? I mean, how did he make his living? 'Cause I don't know anything. And where did he come from?
actually, Russia. And my mother was born in Austria. And
Anna was born in Austria?
what did he do?
Anna?
He had, well, when they first started out, he had a variety store. And my sister Helen used to tell me, she worked there and she used to give her friends everything free. Didn't last very long.
Variety stores, right, they have variety stores.
And then he was in the tobacco business. And then he became sick.
Well, he died when my dad was really young, right?
Well, your father must have been about 16, 17, because I think I was about 20 when my father died.
How old was he?
How old was my father? I think 53.
Just the same as daddy when he died, huh?
Yeah, he was young.
Wow.
And
It's in the
Joe,
genes.
It must have been. I
Joe
mean,
died young too.
57. Joe was
Joe was
57.
died when he was in his 50s.
What about Nady? Is he still?
Nady, I didn't know that,
He's
but,
probably gone now.
oh yeah, he's gone because,
He is?
Jerry told me.
Only
This is
because
the
he'd
one
be
that hasn't
105.
slept with anybody.
No. Well, and
He
Vic's
kind of
family,
disappeared.
well,
He lost track of the family.
I think it was Belle. I think
I
it was.
saw him one time when I was in college and we came up that time and saw him. And that was the only time I ever saw him, you know.
Nate,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know you had ever seen him.
Yeah, I did. I did see him one time.
I know that you had come to visit.
I know that he was gonna come to daddy's funeral, your mom's funeral, and mine might have told him not to come or something. I think he should have come though. I think he should have.
Well, Jerry just told me recently that
He won't touch anybody else.
he had something, of course Jerry's in the insurance business, and he had something that he was looking up, and he looked up the name, Nicholson. And he said both Bill and Robert died in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Joe died?
So he said,
And Robert?
Who's
His
Robert?
son?
this is son.
And Lady died too?
Didn't say anything about Navy, he said Navy had died before.
The lady would be about 90. He has to be dead.
What are you talking about? You and I are getting closer to 92.
Not quite yet. Nearer 80.
Come on,
82.
you're not 90.
Well, I'm 82 and he's gonna be 83.
Yeah, but that's not
I mean,
90.
83
That's
is
not
true.
90.
That's not 90.
Woo! I got that more.
7 or 8 years away from it.
But, I remember you had come to visit with your mother and father.
Yeah.
And you had stayed at Bell's. And there was some kind of a blow-up. And then you came to my house. And you stayed there.
I was real, I don't remember that, I was real little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's Phyllis.
Because I'd always stay with you every other time. And I love staying with you because I get to sit downstairs and I get to watch TV as long as I want. And I came from a big family, I never got a room to myself, and then I got to.
Well, I remember you as a great book reader. Every time I saw you, you had a book.
Yeah.
You still read a lot?
Oh, yeah. Couple books. You read a
Yeah,
lot
I read
too.
a lot. And Vic asked me to ask you if you remember Connie Green
can't get rolling in the morning without a cup of coffee.
on his other side of the family.
Connie?
What's the first name
Connie.
he does?
Connie Bernstein,
Really?
Connie,
Green.
When you make a copy.
maiden name was Green.
What kind do you like?
Clara White's,
Hazelnut.
Who are they?
they're his Uncle Benny's children.
The cousins of my mother's side.
Sidney Green, Leo
Sydney
Green.
Green. Sydney said, I remember my mother talking about
Leo Green, Wonder Laundry, all the.
it. Was he the one that had a lot of children?
No.
Who had a lot of children?
Sam, his
Oh,
brother
Sam.
My brother.
That's,
had a lot of children.
Oh, your uncle.
And he had
Sam.
very nice children. They are nice children, all except for one.
You know, Victor, it's
There's always
strange.
one.
She brings very interesting. It's, I don't recall my father,
You must have had a fight with him.
my father ever talking much about
Yeah, through his
His father's family.
Did your father, you know, did he ever talk about,
What?
Did your father ever talk about his side of the family?
my father didn't. My mother,
He didn't?
millions of stories, but not my father. I don't know much
I don't
about,
know too much about my father's side.
He had a
See?
sister,
I don't know what,
boys and 2 girls. And my mother's sister had 3 boys and 2 girls. And my mother's brother had 3 boys and 2
wow.
girls.
Wow, there's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I don't remember them, I would say, Callie.
Well, Jean's family, yeah, Debbie, you know, because Debbie used to come up and stay with us in the summer. And Debbie, the boys loved her because she had this southern accent, and she used to say y'all and honey child, and they ate it up.
It seems to me that in my father,
But what about your
your
dad's side?
father,
Did your dad have?
I don't
brothers
recall
and
any
sisters?
other.
All I know
I
is
don't, the only one that recall
his
besides,
one brother.
well, it was the Barrett. No,
That's right. My father talked a lot about
Sonia.
Sonia.
But that's the only one that I
Sonia
recall.
was his niece.
Yeah, that's
Sonia was his niece.
Right.
But we were very close with her.
Right, but there wasn't anybody else, was there?
Well, a lot of people just didn't
I
immigrate,
couldn't-
right? They'd either come from Russia or come from Poland. They
That's
come from
right.
some other place.
Right.
Ray and I watched the history of the
The
Jewish
only uncle I
cinema
remember
at the Palm
was
Springs
my
Film
father's
Festival.
side was your father.
And they
that's all.
showed us all these Yiddish movies from
That
Europe
must have
in
been
the
nice.
30s. Did you go see those? No, because you didn't know Yiddish, right?
I
They
think
had
I
a
was
lot of
about
Jewish
12.
movies in the 30s.
Yeah. But I know my father had a sister who was supposedly a movie star. And we had pictures of that.
She's the one that disappeared.
Somebody lost them like your first wife?
Yeah.
But we found
They
it,
must have
didn't
been
we,
silent
somewhere, Ray?
movies.
We found something
Well,
somewhere.
I should think they were.
But she disappeared, right? Was she murdered or?
Murdered?
Well, I don't think she was
What was her
murdered.
name? Because we could probably find
Her
out.
name
because we're
was-
out.
The name she went under was Frances Nelson.
We saw her at the Route 66 Cafe one day.
We did, didn't we?
We did.
We were going up on the high desert and we stopped at the Harley Davidson Route 66 Cafe.
My aunt.
And we
Really?
saw her
We went under the
picture
name of
up
Pearl
there.
White.
What was her picture doing there, Bobby? I forget now.
Well, this guy owns the first Harley Davidson franchise in the country or something in LA, and he used to hang around with movie stars. So this guy had to be like 100 years old, and he had all these starlets from the late teens and the early 20s. And Frances Nielsen was among them.
This is in the silent pictures.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And this is in the high desert
Yeah,
at the
I mean,
Route
this place
66
is-
Cafe.
This place is really, really
Frances
out.
Nelson, other side, had one daughter, and Rena and Joe were friendly with them. He was in the real estate business, and I think Bobby, you know, and you probably know them from Brookline.
But I
Roberts,
hear the Hoffmans could be.
No, I don't.
they owned a lot of property out there.
But you guys lived in Dorchester, right?
We lived in Dorchester.
See, we're
They
gonna
lived in
send all this to-
Dorchester. Everybody at one time lived in Dorchester.
Dorchester.
Oh, yeah.
But I had relatives who lived in Southfield, North Carolina.
That's right.
Oh, did they own the store? Because all the Jewish families
Right,
owned
yeah.
the department store.
Bill's family shoe
I bet you
store.
read that book, The Jew Store. Did you read The Jew Store?
No, but we saw that. Where did we see that? And the PBS did a documentary of the history of
Yeah,
Jewish
they were
people
all
in America.
merchants.
They were all the peddlers,
Right,
right?
they started as peddlers.
Well, when you go to Charleston, you'll go to Bluestein's. That was my grandfather's store.
Really?
And the house that they used to live in was on Rutledge Avenue. When my mother died, we went there and took a picture of all of us girls on the steps. It's a National Historic Site, but it's deserted. And he wants so much money for it, but it's dilapidated.
Anything with it.
He can't
They
sell
tear
it, can't
down.
tear it down, but it's really dilapidated now.
I remember when your mother and father
This
got
is in
married.
Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Charleston, I understand,
It's
had a
beautiful.
huge
Not
Jewish
huge.
community.
Not huge, but they
Yeah.
had a Jewish
The
community.
second oldest in America.
Early, yes, Jewish
Second oldest.
Oldest in
community.
America.
And your mother had a large family.
But her family didn't come here till the early 1900s. They weren't there for hundreds of years, just the early 1900s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Russia from everybody else.
Everybody else.
But did you go to their wedding?
I went to the wedding.
Oh, well, tell us what that was like.
My mother,
We're gonna give this to Maya because
and
we're gonna give it to
everybody
Maya
pitched in to prepare the food.
because it was right after the war, right? Nobody had any money.
It was during the war, or it might have been right after the
What
war,
affair was this?
when Mindy and Tisa got married in South Carolina, and I went out with my mother.
And what did you
You got
think,
married?
Yeah,
Mindy? That's what they
You
call
got
her
married, you
dad.
didn't go to the wedding, did you?
yes, I did.
That was
We
the
went by
nickname.
train.
Was Mindy? Is that the Yiddish nickname for Manny? Mindy.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that. You went to South Carolina.
She just knows the words. You don't speak Yiddish. You just know a few words, right?
When he and Tisa got married, because I met Retha and Bernice and Dorothy.
We went married.
We weren't married.
So what did you think? What did you think about all these
Well,
Southerners?
I was impressed
When did
because
you get married? Did you get married?
they
after
had
the war?
black help. They called your grandmother
Was it after the
Mama
war?
Bess. Everybody called her Mama Bess.
Was it after the war that you got married?
Yeah, they got married after the war.
He came back, he was overseas. When he came back,
You met her during the war,
he
you know,
met her during the war, right,
when he was down there.
right. She was going to college.
She was a nice
This is when
woman.
they got married.
What?
He was a
Your
very
mother
good
was
girl.
very pretty.
Yeah, but your family
And
was,
your father was handsome.
Everybody in your family was really good looking, right?
He was a good looking guy.
Yeah, you had a good looking family. Or you have a good
You know,
looking family.
He was nice too.
he was a nice guy,
Yeah.
nice looking. I can't understand why he died so young.
Because he had a terrible
53.
diet. He had a terrible
He
diet.
used to yo-yo. He used to gain weight and lose
He was
weight.
the picture of health.
But you know what? In school at that time, they said you need to eat from every food group every day. Meat, dairy, everything horrible for you is what they told you to eat every. And all the men dropped dead.
Also animal fats.
Yeah.
He does.
Oh, yeah.
Animal fats.
Was he overweight? No.
Well, he
What
just
is
had
that?
clogged arteries from so much meat.
They must.
You know, he ate so
This
much
is their
meat.
honeymoon.
Honeymoon,
Yeah.
probably.
They went to London
But,
and
He
Paris.
died like my brother did.
All the men died then. A lot
You
of
know
my
that?
friends, their
He
fathers
died like my
died.
brother did. He was 53.
He
They were
did.
both 53.
Murray died suddenly, and your father was playing tennis
Yeah, he died practically
on a
suddenly.
very hot day on a Friday.
But it didn't matter. His arteries were already all
Oh,
blocked up anyway.
Yeah, but now, of course, like I have, and I have a defibrillator. I mean, they did things about it.
Well, the shame of it is that he was so nice. I mean, you know,
He was.
he was so nice. And the stepfather we got was so mean.
Sasha wasn't a bad guy.
Very shocked.
It was very hard though. It was so easy to get along with Daddy and so hard to get along with Sasha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
But your mother was fortunate.
yeah.
I mean, I always said your mother had,
Nowadays, that's so young. Just that young.
she was an iron magnolia. She had this
Still magnolia
soft-
is what they said.
She had this soft southern voice, but she knew what she wanted.
That's what, who wanted to put, somebody wanted to put that on her tombstone, because we're still trying to figure that out, what to put on her tombstone. And someone wanted to put Steel Magnolia, which I think is fine. Steel Magnolia, like the
Oh,
movie, I think that's fine if they put that on there.
She always said she was a strong person.
She
She
was,
would stand up, she would come through it all right. And she did. I mean, she had the store, Tisa. She had the uniform store.
do you remember anything about Daddy when he was young?
I think so.
We're in the right place now.
I got
One of our,
He worked hard in that store.
She worked hard, yes.
Did they do pretty good in that store?
Well, they did good enough to send me to school and everything,
Kind of an
so.
odd business to go into.
Well, my
But they
Aunt
were in the
Retha,
hospital area.
no, my Aunt Retha had that in Charleston, so they just opened one up and,
Well, your Aunt Retha had the Yeah.
uniform store in
The
Charleston.
uniform store, and your father opened the Army and Navy store at the base,
And
and
then
then the base
they
closed. Yeah. So that was gone.
Okay, so now what was Daddy like as a little boy? Because I don't know anything.
He was always, he had a,
They sold that house. They used to have to
they sold that, no, they still have that. They
still have
still
it?
have the house.
What house?
They do.
Carol?
We
Yeah,
all
Carol, they
do. All do. All the girls
It's
do.
a nice, it's a brick one, wasn't it?
Half
Yeah,
wood, half wood.
Yeah, it's a beautiful house.
Nice house.
You still got it, huh? Yeah.
What was he like when he was young? He was always a very nice, engaging, got along with everyone.
Bentley?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice, very nice.
Jenny just came back from Paris.
Just came back.
Had lots of friends.
Did he read a lot? Because he read a lot when he was older. Did he read a lot? Because he read a lot when he was older.
Did he read a lot? I don't think so.
As a kid. He did when he was
I think
older.
he was into sports.
Yeah, he was a.
Yeah,
Did he play football or
played
something?
football.
He seemed like such a healthy guy.
He did. He looked better. All my girlfriends thought my father was like the handsomest, nicest, and he's the first one that died of
It's
everybody.
not easy
Yeah.
getting old either.
You know.
It really
And
isn't.
his, Tisa's friend that they were friendly with, her husband died soon afterwards, not too long.
But he had cancer for a long time, and then he had cancer, and he was preparing to die, and he was preparing all the stuff. And then my dad died, so he knew what to do because he was preparing his family.
It was nice. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Well, that made her fortunate for you. But your mother had family then, and she had her sister-in-law.
November.
I remember her.
Past November.
Yeah, they were nice.
She's still alive.
Is she still
How
alive?
old was Tisa when she died?
My neighbor too.
Just recently.
How old was she?
76 or 77, something like that. But it's hard to know because she was sick for so many years. She was born 1924.
Years.
1924.
She was born like the day before or after Bobby.
Really?
The same day as Bobby, maybe August 4th.
August 3rd.
So.
I think
So
Bobby's
he was
August
there when I
4th,
was there
isn't he?
until we went and saw him and this and that.
Bobby, what's your birthday?
August 3rd.
Third. Then she must be the day after Bobby she was born.
Isn't that
No.
funny? Because
And I just
my
emailed
cousin
her again.
Bessie, I mean, her birthday is August 2nd,
Probably about what, 10?
11.
Yeah.
one after another.
So,
No, that's
but,
Catherine de
Honeymoon
Medici.
bushes.
but did you go in?
Castle.
Okay, Victor.
We have the tape
France that
that he
transcends
took
water.
at the
Goes
time,
over a river.
and he narrated
And in
it.
World War I, this was, they
At
used
one
this
point,
as
he
a
said,
for
now look
hospital.
at Amy.
In World War
I mean,
II,
this was in Paris.
separated,
She's in Paris and she just went
Nazi
to the beauty
France
tower.
from Vichy France.
Look at the
Occupied
hairdo,
France.
look at the do.
Well, you know what we did, what Ray did.
Run through
You've
the
probably
hall,
never seen this show on TV, The Amazing
They
Race,
exchange
where they race
prisoners
around the
there.
world.
And they said, you know,
I've
they used
seen
to
the
shoot each other
commercials on
down,
it.
down the
Well,
car.
Ray and his friend from work, because I don't want to do it. I would be too scared. They made a tape on here and they sent it in to try to,
Yeah, it's
to
a good
enter.
size.
To be a contestant.
That's it. But birthday to
Yeah.
Citizen Ray.
Thank you.
Are you a citizen?
I'm a
Ray?
US citizen now. You
Happy B-Day.
I never even. I thought this was someone else. Oh, thank you very much.
Here, I'm gonna have you cut it.
Okay. Come on, everyone. Cake.
Let me see.
Maya.
Maya.
We're gonna give this, we're gonna edit it and give it to Maya because she's named after Daddy and she doesn't know anything about, you know, just think about it. She doesn't know anything about born in Boston and what? What's he? There you go. Look at this. Isn't this great? Look. You can just do it like that, and you can get someone, and you can
What
turn
the
it
hell are you
all
doing
over the
here?
place.
Carol, come fill this cake.
Oh, okay. We'll edit out.
What is the other?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Got to get a little back. Okay. Here I am, cutting my cake. Oh, it's tough.
Ice cream cake.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the kind you like, the kind he never
Thank
gets.
you.
Should you guys let it sit for a couple
Oh,
minutes?
I left it out for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Right. And you've been keeping this from me, eh?
Yes. See, I can keep a few secrets here and there.
Right. She's very good at it.
Sneaky.
Gee, I'm very sneaky. We're getting a great family history over there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm gonna give this to Vic.
Okay. So Debbie, do you have anything to say? We're going to edit this down. Chippy and Victor are telling us, and they're all telling us about growing up and everything. Do you have any questions for him? Do you have any questions for him?
Do I have any questions?
Yeah.
It's just fun spending time with my sister.
No, we're asking him about growing up and daddy and everything. She went to their wedding. What was their wedding like? Yes, we're.
I don't think I was at their wedding.
No, Chippy. I'm asking Chippy what the wedding was like.
Andrew.
What did they make fried chicken? Because that was the thing. Mama Bessie was supposed to be good at fried chicken.
There might have been,
Andre
but I
to go.
didn't have any. I don't remember the fried
Andre,
chicken.
go over there.
Yeah, I remember seeing newspaper articles.
Andre.
Andre.
He's not a theater.
So where did you
Yeah,
stay?
right.
In the
Like you.
house there?
I stayed at Reefa's. And I think she was at her beach house then.
Oh, I love that house.
You go over the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember she had two children, Sally
And Nancy.
and
Do you want any
Nancy.
or no?
Thank you.
Nancy died a couple years ago. She got
Let me try
cancer.
this.
And was it Nancy that had the same birthday that I did, April 1st?
I thought it was an ice cream
Not
cake.
sure. Debbie would know that.
Yeah.
Debbie would know.
Debbie would know,
No,
yeah.
because she knows them better than me.
What is this?
It's good though.
Mayor.
That's my, I don't remember his hair being like that.
It wasn't. That was for
Isn't that beautiful?
That's a wig.
The whole thing is very.
It's just so amazing.
So what did you
You've
do
been
when you
there?
got out of high school? What kind of job did
I
you
can't
have?
even believe it. It's
Well, I was
out
doing this
in the
first,
middle
Barry.
of
Then you
What
can
kind
look
of a
at
job
pictures.
did I have?
Yeah, before you met
And it's-
Victor, what did you do?
It's not very
I worked
commercialized
for
or,
the
you know, there's
Navy
no McDonald's
during
sitting
the
next
war.
to it. I just,
How do they miss it?
And,
pardon me, I don't know how they got away
before
from that.
that, I worked in a wholesale
Big shots.
tobacco.
So you didn't work on the line during the war?
No, I worked at the office at the Navy Yard, and then I worked in accounting
Al,
at Park Square Building. And then,
Boy, those
It looks good, isn't it?
yeah, these are the Debbie and Mary's grandchildren from Israel.
Oh,
Maya and Adi.
Ma, can you
is that purple hair?
No, that's Purim.
What is that? Oh,
pose with
Oh,
your
it's
friend?
Purim.
oh, okay.
The dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my hair. Dyed his hair purple.
Okay, smile.
Cheese.
No. Andre, smile.
Smile.
Andre. Come on, let's have a smile.
Yeah, look.
no.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, hold on. Let me take another one because it was the first
With
one in
the
the row.
dog, and I have
they
a
adore
person.
No.
This one, this one thinks he's king of the castle.
Ah, that's a great
My
shot.
grandson.
But what did Joe, okay, Joe, he's not young, what did he have?
For you.
I
Would
can't think
What
of
did
it.
Joe
you
have?
like a cup of coffee?
What did he do?
He died.
Yes, I
Yeah, what did he do?
Yeah.
He was a salesman
Doctor,
for
a regular
O's.
treat. I bought half and half.
The same.
With sugar and
She doesn't want you to look at it.
Oh,
No, I don't want to look at
She doesn't want you to look at the
I want to look at the pictures. I want to see what the children look like.
just a little bit.
Oh,
He worked for the
Andre, sit
same
down.
wholesale tobacco
Very
company that I worked for, only
Al?
a salesman on the outside.
closer.
Oh, this was Purim too. Geez,
Okay,
so
oh, that's good.
grown up
Oh, one more. Hold on.
She's adorable.
Look how,
You know, from the pictures, it doesn't sound like they're living in a dangerous
they're
area.
adorable.
They are.
It sounds like a normal life.
Who said they're living in dangerous area?
Well, you just get the impression that all of
You
them.
take pictures now? You do photographs?
As long as you get
I know, I got the
get
drill.
from above.
adorable.
They are adorable.
I know how to do this.
What, you stick your neck out. I watched
No, I know how to pose people now.
Okay,
Because, you know,
You know,
my new father-in-law is a
picture
professional.
okay.
He really is, you know.
well, he's super.
No, that's, he is a
That's what he
professional.
did, and there
That's what
is
he
a
does.
way, there is a way to do it, a way
I
not.
know. It's tilting your head.
And she looked just
Okay, how does he do? How does he explain?
She
You
had
tilt your body, bring your head
Oh, you
over.
tilt your body like that and you.
And
Yes, yes, you've got it.
And you
And
stick
now,
your
and then you
neck
go with
out.
that angle.
And you stick your neck
is
out.
this an observatory?
It's at the Weizmann Institute in
I just gotta keep my
Rehoboth.
Okay.
eyes, close my eyes.
There's 3 of each, because I had
More?
duplicates made. I have the other pictures over here.
Because I blink a
I
lot,
haven't
and
gone
I
through
always
it.
catch me when my eyes are
Put everything away yet.
Wonderful.
It looks like such a normal lifestyle.
Well, see, to hear when,
It is a normal
Cup of
lifestyle.
coffee, do you want
I know, I
it
heard.
as a little milk?
Just a little milk. Thank you, Amy.
She got Dunkin'
that's why I stayed
Donuts.
away.
She got Dunkin'
Before
Donuts
I-
coffee?
That's my very favorite in the world.
Really?
No, none whatsoever. Come on, you're confusing me with someone who cares.
Well, you're shy. She is beautiful.
Oh, those kids are gorgeous.
This is his daughter, Jennifer.
That's not a good
She
photo?
is so pretty. She was the prettiest
Oh, actually, that's better.
I have ever seen.
Who's that? Jennifer?
Jennifer.
She was gorgeous. Well, Jennifer and Bobby were both gorgeous. You were so pretty as a child. You were, even though a guy probably doesn't want to hear about how pretty he was. I just think it's funny they both had red hair. Both Jennifer and Bobby have red hair.
Oh, should I make one for your husband? Oh, okay. Barry, cup of coffee? How do you like it? Just green. Just green, okay.
Oh.
She knows how to look for the camera.
Oh yeah. Well, let me take a picture of you taking a picture.
Let's not.
Okay, Nancy, say hello for the video.
Hey,
Say hi to Maya and Adi.
hello, how you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, take a picture of all 4 of us.
Say hi to Maya and Adi, Judy.
Thank you.
Say hello.
That way you know all 4 sisters in the same place at the same time.
Oh yeah.
There's no
Bobby,
film
take a
in there,
good
no film
picture
at all.
of us.
Yes.
There is a film.
Hurry up because I'm getting ready to leave.
We can show you.
All right.
We can show you the movie we introduce yourself.
Favorite Aunt Carol.
I'm not your aunt. I'm your niece. I'm not your aunt.
Carol, come on, just go take her back.
Okay. You can turn it off now, I think.
Are you done?
No. I'm gonna tell you, your parents had real trouble. You were not cooperative. None of you. You're resistant to everything.
I'm like you, right?
What are you talking about? Me? I'm Mr. Easy. I don't know how to say no.
No, you're just take good pictures.
This might not be one of them. Amy, work
You're
with
coming,
them.
right?
Yeah.
I didn't mean just me, you know, as a whole. Just try and get me in it. Get me and Victor. Oh, he's running away. Here we are. Say something funny.
Where's your guitar?
Where's my guitar?
You
Yeah.
want me to take or something?
Oh, I do, yeah. Yeah, I've still got that tape.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've got
What
it.
happened to it?
Nothing happened to it. It's there. It's at home. You see that? That's a witness. He was going to hit me.
I got another one for you.
Hollywood.
All right. Cut.
No, no, the sun is.
Very nice. They're positive.
Are you taking some pictures, Ray? Stills?
Nice.
Stills? Take some stills.
Mine does now.
Yeah, well, my, and his, mine, we don't know where it is.
Thank you.
When I was young, I think a person 83 was, there wasn't anybody 83 years old. It was kind of old, you know.
Uh-huh. But now?
No, but it's kind of funny. It's a funny age. It's scary, but it's good. If you think you're lucky.
You're still here, you're lucky.
You know what I mean? You're lucky.
Most of those pictures.
Well, I mean, seeing our mom, and she was like 70.
But they have kind of weird thoughts.
Yeah. Like, what are you thinking about? I'm gonna take a picture with the chocolates.
What do you think?
Like dying or something?
What?
You think about dying, or you think about?
You always think about that. You think it, you know.
Oh, you got 83 more years.
What the hell? Let me see now. 6, 7, 5.
Wow.
You know what you really think back, though? You really think back and say, gee, that was 20 years ago, and it seems like yesterday.
I do that.
I think that now.
I do that. We saw his friends that he hadn't seen for 20 years the other day, and they were telling all their stories from 20 years ago, you know?
That was the best time in their life, right?
Yes, it was.
All these British guys in the Bahamas, and they would just pick the girls off as they came, and all these good-looking British guys.
Another factor is that everybody I knew, like all my friends, and all my relatives, all my uncles, all my aunts, they're not more, you know.
Yeah.
I remember George Burns used to say that when he was almost 100. He said, you know, everybody I knew is dead but me.
That was, who was I talking about? I was talking to someone, yeah.
My doctor just died.
Bobby yesterday was saying her mom and her mom's sister, and they're what, 87, 88, something like that.
15 minutes of fame.
She was a queen mother, mother of the queen.
Oh, that's cute. Jennifer with her bare feet. She still looks quite young. She's, you taking pictures?
Yeah.
And that's why she's so queen, but she wasn't the queen
Give you some
mother.
pictures.
Okay.
She didn't have she would have, her husband died, her daughter, no, she was.
That's why she was the queen mother.
She was the mother of the queen. But like,
They look
okay,
so
but her daughter
happy.
is the queen.
They probably hate to see you go home.
Right. And the only reason was because her uncle abdicated.
Sprite?
So he could marry an American boy, too, you know that.
Right, and live in Boca Raton.
How do you stay so thin
You
then?
still live in St. Andrews.
You haven't put any weight on.
Stay in a residency in St. Andrews.
That's not what that is.
Country club. They-
You should look at
Better
you.
than that.
You see pictures
You
of
haven't put any. This,
the boys.
good meeting you, dear wife. All right. You're recording. right?
Yes, I am.
Where's Al? Oh, here he is.
Take care, Al. Mwah. You take care. We'll see you. We'll get together.
He lives on disability.
Yeah, he's on disability.